Good morning, and how are you all? So grateful that the Lord has allowed us to be able to meet another day. So this is amazing, amazing, amazing. So today is the 27th of September. We are coming to the end of the 9th month of the year. We have just a little, the last quarter is about to start. And so we thank God for everything that we've been able to achieve up until now. Thank you again for the support you've been giving me with Spotlight interviews. Thank you for watching them. Thank you for sharing them. Thank you for also giving me feedback. And thank you for the moms who've reached out to work with me as a result, because they've been able to see another mom step up and what that looks like at the end. So I'm very, very grateful about that. So today I have a wonderful guest, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Even as she comes in, and we are going to have a wonderful conversation. But because I know she has people who are coming from her side, I really would like to introduce myself so that you know who it is that has invited Judy and why it is that we're having this conversation. So allow me to introduce myself, even as you're pulling in other mothers to come and listen to this wonderful conversation today. If you have a mother who you know has been wearing the wrong bra size, you've been wanting to tell her, but you have not had the confidence to tell them, this is the one that you must bring them to, so that they hear from a bra expert about how to be able to fit and to measure yourself, so that then you are exactly, your bra is exactly the best size. And I've been able to go to Wangechi's shop, so I'm not just talking as an outsider. I know that she can look at you and tell you, your bra size is X with all the letters after that. And she'll tell us what all those letters after numbers mean. I'm not going to even try because we have an expert in the house. So if you have a friend, you have a parent, you're a husband, you've been wanting to buy for your wife, you don't know how to measure, this is the life that you need to listen to. So who am I? My name is Wairimu, the Audacity Mentor. I'm a Christian-based mom mindset and life mentor, and I'm also an author. And I work with moms like Judy, who are prioritizing their personal growth. By the moms that I work with love growing. They do not want to remain stagnant. They don't want to use children as an excuse. They don't want to use the economy as an excuse. They are doing what they need to do to grow and take themselves and their families to the next level. And I help moms build bankable personal and business brands so that they design a life they desire and that God approves without compromising faith or family. And I love that last part, because any mom I've worked with, whether you're a believer or not, as long as for you it's so important to have God in your life, it's so important to prioritize family, that you can step out of a meeting because of a family engagement, because of your children. If you prioritize faith and family, then I am the mentor for you, because yes, sometimes you have to cancel class because of a family issue. At the end of the day, while we are serious about growth, we are not going to compromise our relationship with God, and we are not going to compromise growing our family, even if society is going opposite from what we believe in. I am an Akaba award-winning author, and my book is called Wired Weird. And in this book, I share my journey of how I was able to identify clues, how I was able to identify cues like get, set, go from God, and how I was able to find my calling. The reason that I'm here today is because I'm so clear about what God created me to do. And that's what I do. I help moms reach that place of identifying what God created them to do. And so if you haven't worked with me in any way and you want a place to start, the book is a great start. And talking about this book, the Nairobi International Book Fair is actually on. It started today at 8 a.m. at the Sarit Center. It's going to be on until Sunday. Please make sure you drop by stand 83. Drop by stand 83 is for CLC Kenya. They're the ones who deal with Christian authors in Kenya, in Africa. That's why the Akaba Award is an African Christian Authors Book Award, which means that people bring their books from all over Africa. They are judged by a very educated, very awesome panel. And by the time they're saying you have won an award, it's against so many great authors. So go by their stand 83. You've been looking for literature that honors God in all genres, whether it's fiction, whether it is political, whether it's leadership-based. Like mine is about calling. So it's more about you and your relationship and what you are created to do come and read those books, support Christian authors, and especially from Africa. And yes, please buy my book. It's going to be at the stand 83. And inside my book, my telephone number and email is there. Please, if you buy from Sarit, just let me know that you've been able to pick up that book. I might just have a free session for you because of honoring that invitation. So please do not miss the Sarit Center, currently ongoing from Wednesday up until Sunday, and I'm very happy to invite you. So so today's spotlight is on Judy Wangechi. Judy is the CEO. She's the bra expert at Casey's Intimates. They have a following of over 7,000, and this is just Instagram alone. She's been able to post over 11,000 posts. And her posts are not just for showing you pictures of bras and what she's selling. They have a lot of humor, a lot of education. So if you have been doing the wrong things, if you're like us, she makes fun of a lot of plus size. You can identify with a lot of the humor because she describes exactly what we go through with our bras. And I hope that you're really, really going to enjoy this conversation and her page. Please go and follow her page. I've made sure to link in a description below. I think we already have friends who have joined. Thank you so much. We have Marion. Marion is sharing for us. Thank you, my dear. Very, very grateful for that. It's nice to have women cheering women, yeah? Only women who are interested in growth cheer other women. If you're not interested in growth, you just want to stay there, lording over other people, intimidating other people, you won't pull up others to where you are, which is what Judy and I are doing today. So please make sure that you follow her page. I've put her Instagram page there. And as you can see, when you go to her Instagram, the Facebook page is also there. So please let's support one of our own who knows exactly what she's doing. Like I said, I've been at her shop. She can look at you and remove all the sizes that pertain to you until you get a size. So you're in good hands when it comes to Judy, and I can't wait for you to enjoy this conversation. So without further ado, I want to introduce Judy Wangechi of Casey's Intimates. Karibu, Judy.
Thank you, Wairimu. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to learn from you. I know there's a way that people, just tell you you're wearing the wrong bra. Even you can feel you're wearing the wrong one. So I know you're going to educate us on how we should measure, how we should confirm you're wearing the right one, how you should confirm you're wearing the wrong one. And just something, as people get to know you, that they also live here with pertinent information. But before we do that, let's get to know Judy. Who is Judy?
Thank you, Wairimu, once more. My name is Judy Wanjiru. I'm a former banker of many years. I was working for local banks for close to 10 years. So when I'm out here selling bras, sometimes I find people asking me, why did you leave? And honestly, I'm loving what I do. I can't say that I didn't love banking. I loved it because it taught me some skills that I'm using now in my job. So that's who I am. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I have 2 children, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, and I'm a friend to so many people, and contributing to the Kenya's economy and making my country proud in so many ways, including paying taxes.
Exactly. And you're a mom exec. You run
Yes,
your
I'm a
own
mom
brand.
exec. Yes.
So you said you have 2 babies.
Yes.
So that we get being mom out of the way, because I love working with moms. What does it mean to you to be a mother?
Well, being a mom to me is one of the greatest blessings, I would say. Because I don't know if I've ever shared with you, but most of the people in my circle know I got my 2 babies prematurely. And especially the younger one came quite early at 28 weeks. So he was quite a prem and he stayed at the NICU for quite a while. And so seeing them grow, seeing how they blossomed from those little tiny tots, to who they have grown up to be. You know, like my son would see me seated and get a blanket, put on my legs. You know, sometimes I've just finished eating, takes my plate to the kitchen. I am just awed. Honestly, I'm awed at God's wondrous works because I call them miracle babies. They have taught me so much. They have challenged me. They have gotten me from those low lows. You know, no one tells you that when you become a mom, you will go through that kind of a transformation where it's not about you anymore, it's about someone else. So, whatever decisions you're making, whatever thoughts you have, like you literally live each day thinking, how best can I be the best mother to them?
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
me, it's just seeing God in them, and it makes me
Yeah.
happy. They bring me so much joy.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
interesting you said that because I remember with my firstborn is when I was like there, you know, there's God, you have a relationship with God, but there's something about children that makes you know there's God
Oh
for real.
yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
You know, like when you get a prem, and when you're in the NICU and you're coming every day, you know, you get discharged. You leave the baby in the hospital, and you get discharged to just bring milk. Your work is just to bring milk. They are stabilizing the baby and they're doing everything else. And you come, you probably had left three babies sleeping next to each other in the incubators. Then you come
Mm,
find two are not there. You ask, you're told those two left. And now when you see yours and how they are growing and what they are becoming, you know, sometimes like on my son's birthdays, because he was the smallest of the two of my kids, on
yeah.
his birthdays, people just want to carry him around, you know, because he was so tiny, he would fit on your palm. Now he's here jumping, running all over. He can't walk. My son
Yeah.
can't walk. He knows
Yeah.
only running. So you
Yeah.
get to glorify God in that. You see God
Yeah.
every single minute. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
truly a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know one day they will come back to you and say, "Wow, mom, you went through that because of us," and you'll have
I
another
know.
heightened relationship. So we can't wait for that time. The same way when we became mothers, we
Yeah.
saw our moms from a totally different perspective, and respect went on another high. Yeah.
Very
So
true. Very true.
Judy, you're here because we've not only worked together, but you have a brand that you're growing. So maybe we talk about how we got to know each other because you're the one who actually reached out to me. Do you remember
Oh
how you
yeah.
reached out and what was going? What did Spark look like to you so that you reached out?
Well, at the time when I reached out to you, it was in 2018, around May. I don't know if you remember. And when I reached out to you, I had what happened was that in 2017 is when I got my son, around June. It was June the 9th. So immediately after getting my son and him going into the incubator and everything, I had to go back to work after the mandatory 3 months. So when I went back to work, I honestly can tell you I was totally depressed
Yeah,
because you are leaving your small little baby that you have been, you know, watching from the hospital. Now he's at home. You want to be around him throughout. You're thinking this nanny you've gotten will be able to take care of your child like you would. So you get back to work, and banking jobs, they're all about targets and everything. So I came back, and within 2 weeks, I was feeling hopeless. And what I did, I reached out to somebody and told them, I think I want to get out of banking. And he said, no, I have a job. I have just recently started a factory. Would you want to come work for me? And I said, yes. I jumped at the opportunity without even thinking. And this guy, he is quite a prominent Kenyan. He's doing well for himself with his companies. And he gave me a good package that I couldn't decline.
yeah,
Now, coming from the bank with this nice package, and he's my friend, his whole family, they are my friends. I've been banking for them. I keep seeing their accounts, and I ran quickly to them because now I was running away from this stress of being in the bank. Now I want to be here. I
yeah,
was given a good title and a good package, but within 4 months of working there, I literally could not take it anymore. I still remember the email I sent you after I came across you. I think you had done a poster online. Either it was on Facebook, can't recall. But when I saw it and I read it, I thought this is the person I need in my life because I was literally depressed. Having gone there with this huge expectation of my job, the role, and this is what I'll be doing, only 4 months later I realized, sorry, all the promises I had been given were what I would call hot air.
Wow.
There was nothing like what I had been promised. This person wanted to run the show himself. And now, coming from a background of banking where everything is structured, there are policies,
Yeah.
there are processes, everything is done by the book. I
Yeah.
started feeling so dissatisfied with the job. Then I would wake up in the morning, I'm going to work, and I'm wondering, wow, this is another day. How will I manage? And I started sort of regretting leaving the bank, but I knew in the bank I was equally very unhappy. So now I was torn. You know, you are stuck in a rut, you don't know now what's next because you are very unhappy in the bank. You've got a job where you are being paid well, but you are very unhappy. You go to work in the morning wishing, I do not want to wake up to go do this another day. And when I came across that post, I said, oh, wow. So I wrote, and I said, please help before I get depressed. You remember?
Yeah.
I said, please, no one seems to understand me. My husband thinks I'm petty. My siblings think I should be praying. I have prayed, and nothing seems to be working.
Yeah.
And in your response, you said, first of all, big hugs. You know, you didn't know me and you spoke to me like you had known me for years. When you wrote that email and said, first of all, big hugs, and then you signed off and said, I can tell you what, my dear, it will be well. I
Wow.
thought, oh my goodness, this is what I needed. And since then, my life just transformed. I can say that it's been a journey since 2018 till now, but I'm happy and very grateful to have come across you because you have really helped me believe in myself, believe in what I'm doing, craft something that I'm really passionate about. So thank you so much. Thank you for replying to me and telling me it is well, you will be
Yeah.
fine. Because I
Yeah.
think that's all I wanted. Immediately after I started talking to you, I decided no. We
Yeah.
talked in May, and in June I
Yeah.
left. I did not
Yeah.
even think like, what will I do when I wake up? I left. I just
Yeah.
felt now I'm empowered. I will just jump on this and do something with my life, and it has been a good journey since then, with ups and
Yeah.
downs, of course. I'm okay and
Always.
thanking God for the fires.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
First, thank you, because it's so important to acknowledge when you're stuck. Because I think people ignore, you put yourself under the sand. You don't want to acknowledge that you're stuck. So thank you for acknowledging you are stuck. And then, second bold step, reaching out. Because not many
Yes,
people do that. Not many people go the next step of telling somebody else other than family, because family will want to protect you. So all those conversations you are having, why? Because I also went through the same conversations. Maybe that's why I also understood, because I left a very high paying job to
wow,
enter this self-employment world. But when you know, when you know you've had it and you can do more, you
yes,
know within yourself that I'm made for more. This isn't it. But I like the
exactly.
wisdom of trying out new things, and now you've been able to find the place where God created you to be. So well done for stepping up, and
Thank
for
you.
real, it has been well. It will continue. God hasn't promised us things will go smoothly. He just says, be obedient. Through the ups, through the downs, be obedient. I'm there with you. I'll not leave you. Family may leave you. Some friends who used to work with the bank who are like, you're no longer high flying like the rest of
I
us.
know, I
But god
know.
god never leaves you. He never leaves you, and he honors your obedience. So thank you so much for that. So ladies, if you're out there, you're stuck, imagine, just reach out. It just took a small conversation, And Judy was able to feel like herself again. So the same thing, just reach out. It doesn't have to be me, although I would love it to be me, but reach out to somebody who will listen to what you're saying, but Judy, you're leaving a good job with good benefits. Beyond those, are you hearing what I'm saying? Like I'm about to scream, because I know that's a
Mm.
lot of people. So please make sure you reach out. Hi, Asasa. People did not come to listen to just why you are stuck. Now you are unstuck. How we met. They want to know about Casey's Intimate. So let's go talk to us about your brand.
Well, Casey's Intimates, I founded it after I left that job, but it's something that was still in me prior. I remember back then when I was still employed in my first job, and there was this friend of mine who was very endowed. She had big boobs, and I would take her to Woolworths, and we would go look for bras, and she would buy a bra for like 4,500, maybe 5K. And we started thinking, wow, there's an opportunity here. And we would like it, we are going to shop for her, but she's getting trouble finding her size. So we decided we can do this business. And it's just when Facebook had started now booming in Kenya around 2009, I think. And we decided to even create a page and try and sell bras, sorry, but we never got it off the ground. And it is something that never kicked off. The reason why this was, it's because I had always had that passion. Around 2005, I had gone to South Africa, and I met this Zimbabwean lady who had two shops in Pretoria. And this lady, she was so passionate about her work. She would tell me, "Come with me over a weekend." We go to her shops, and I would see her the display and what she's doing. I was really, really loving it. So even when me and my friend were thinking we can do this business, I would still go back to that time and to that shop, and I would imagine this is something I would love to do. But now being employed, you don't have the luxury of time and these other things that to sit, craft a business and everything. So after I left this job, after I just resigned, because I resigned, I didn't know what I'll do. So I sat at home and I was wondering, what next for me? And this is the only thing that kept coming. There's so many things. And I see ladies, there's this group we are on Facebook, successful female entrepreneurs. And I see people asking all the time, I have 100,000. Who can give me a
Yes,
business idea?
I
I see
know.
people. But there's that one thing that you feel you can do, that
Yeah.
you love so much, that you always imagine, if I was doing this, I would be so happy. And that's what I did. But now the problem was I didn't have the capital to start this business. And thanks to one friend of mine, though it's been a while since we've caught up. And she told me, "Judy, you don't have to start big. People wear Mtumba bras." I said, wow,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
as a banker, you're based in the corporate upper hill. Everybody is bringing you their things. You do not even know they're Mtumba because of the way they have been packaged. So I
Packaged.
never even knew ladies wear Mtumba bras, honestly. She's the one
Mm.
who told me. She told me, "Judy, you know what? We can just wake up one day and go to Gikomba." Now, I didn't even know this Gikomba matatu ziko side gani. Remember, I do not cross Tomboya Street
There's a
to go to
road.
the other side. This is
Yeah.
somebody who operates from Moy Avenue up. Huh?
Mm.
So this lady, thanks to her, her name is Carol. I don't know if she remembers, she took me to Gikomba.
Wow.
And that's how now I got out of and for like 1 year, Wairimu, I would tell you, I was only doing walking. Yes, I'm going to Gikomba. I don't have a supplier. I'm walking all over the shops in Nairobi that are selling bras. The whole of 2018, basically like 6 months to 8 months, all I was doing is my research and checking, how do they display, how do they sell, how much do they sell, and then going online and checking, what is this? So now I was gravitating towards a niche, because now my friend was big. Remember my friend back then? And this other friend of mine who has taken me to Bikomba, she's also big. So now I'm like, okay, I will sell to big girls. And that's how I decided I will focus on plus sizes. I will focus on busty sizes. And since then, I can just tell you that things have just taken a life of their own. Because
Yeah.
from that little post that I did without having a store, being in the house in around 2019 and thinking, how will I sell these bras? Because now when I started, I looked for a shelf in town. I'm selling from a shelf, but ladies don't want to go to a shelf, they want to fit. And when
Yeah.
they said, do you have a store? I said, no, I have a shelf in town. They are not interested. So I decided now I'm moving from the shelf, let me get a shop. And when I got the shop on Moy Avenue, some place up there in these small stalls, unluckily, unfortunately, COVID came. Oh, sorry. I
It's
think I got
okay.
muted. Uh,
Yeah.
After COVID came, now things became crazy because
Mm.
people don't want to wear again second-hand clothes.
Yeah.
So I'm forced with my whole stocks that I have been accumulating to get to a shop. I took my stuff, went back home to my house, and now I started thinking of something else. Now, what will I do? But still,
Mm.
I was posting. So
Yeah.
I looked for another small spot around Imaradaima there,
Yeah.
those small stores that they do. And when I started there again, unluckily, Kanjo happened. We all know
Yeah. I
how city
remember.
county. You have a shop today, then tomorrow you don't. So I
Yeah.
woke up again and they had taken off with our stores. And my God, that was now the second time I was looking at failure. So
Mm.
I thought to myself, how best will I do this? Because I still had my stocks. And luckily, my sister Mercy,
Mm.
she went out of her way and started, she had an office, she still has in Westlands,
Mm.
and she started walking around there. And one time she saw this city county market and she told me, you know what? You can come here. She told me, Shiro, I have found, most people at home call me Shiro. She said, Shiro, you know what? There is this nice place. You can bring your bras here. I went there in 2021, and that's where I have been since
Yeah.
then. And honestly, I love it. The business has grown. I have
Mm.
grown customers from literally probably all parts of the country now. And my business ethic, thanks to my past of the corporate,
Mm.
I am focusing more on being a professional. I just don't want to be the bra lady, you know? People
Yeah.
will always say, "Nitakuseva aje?" I tell them, send me Judy
Shirowabra.
yeah, I tell them, save me Shirowa bra, save me Judy
Yeah.
wa bra, save Casey's bra. But people don't know that beyond this Shirowa bra, I want to professionalize the business because most people are not used to walking into a bra shop and having someone even tell you, no, don't buy.
Yeah.
I think most ladies would attest they rarely go into a shop and they're told don't buy. But for us, we tell them no. Because if you come in and I'm measuring you and I see your size and I know I don't have that size, then I'll tell you, please, let me just try and get you your size. Because
Yeah.
most of us ladies, we all say we are 38 DDs. And people don't even know where these DDs come from.
Yeah. It's true.
People don't even. I remember some time back somebody who turned to be a 36J, and she
Yeah.
was like, "What? You need an exercise like that?" Because us in Africa, I think it's most African ladies, we are endowed,
Mm.
and
Yes.
people just walk into shops. Most of us are dealing with these bra mamas who are out there just wanting to make a sale. So you show up and they're like, shika, hii ni size yako. But you can tell somebody who is not a DD. Just
Yeah.
looking at them, you know, no, you are not a DD. So when we measure and we see you're not, yes, I don't know, let's just get you a bra. And thankfully, God has favored us so much. We have found repeat customers who keep coming
Yeah.
to us every now and then. And like, shout out to my Mombasa clients. They keep coming back over and over. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to professionalize, put in the skills that I got, customer service skills, leadership skills. I'm able to communicate well. I'm able to articulate the things that I want in a way that a normal bra lady might not even be able to. So even with my suppliers, when I go to them and sometimes they look at me and think, where were you? Because I would tell them, no, this one I cannot take.
Yeah.
Because I'm factoring the person that I'm taking this bra to. I want them to imagine. I don't want to just put things that even I can't wear. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Sometimes they look at me and they tell me, hey, unajua Judy, you only pick the best. And I say, yes, I pick only the best because my clients only deserve that best. And I believe, I don't know if I am blowing my own trumpet, sometimes we can, but I believe the quality is what makes the ladies come back,
Yeah.
because I have seen reviews. Sometimes they send me, like a lady I dealt with some days back from Migori, and she was coming back the second time, and she told me, I love this quality, and most people don't imagine that you can get a mtumba bra that is really awesome, and we do go out of our way. I source across the country. I do not just go to Gikomba. Personally, I would rather incur a cost and go to Kisumu, go to Nakuru, look for my pieces from all over the place, because now I have my niche, and I have to meet their need. And sometimes they ask me, like, I didn't even tell them why cases. Where did cases come from?
Yeah.
Cases is a combination of my daughter's name. My
Oh.
daughter is called Kayla. When I was pregnant with her, I always imagined I would call her Sissy. Like Sissy Winans,
Yes.
the gospel musician. So
Yes.
when I did call her Sissy, and when now this business idea came, I thought, oh, this is a perfect opportunity. So
Yeah.
it's Casey's, it's Kayla and
Oh.
Sissy, combined, mix it Casey's. Then
Yeah.
I think at first I used to call myself plus size and underwear or something. But a friend I met in a group told me, why are you confining yourself to just underwear? You never know where you might go in the future. Maybe in
Yeah.
the future you will do swimwear, you will do sleepwear, you will do. So I said, oh, this one can be intimates, because
Yeah.
intimates they can be boxers, they can be bikinis, they can be shapewear, they can be everything. So now, because I'm aspiring for that bigger dream, it's
Yeah.
Casey's intimate, and so it has been.
No, and it's been wonderful. You've grown a very wonderful brand. I've been in your office when you've received guests, and
Oh yes,
the way you receive them. I've been there when you're sending, I think you were sending to Meru the time I was there.
oh
You were
yeah.
shipping a bra to Meru. So just being able to see you in your zone of genius, it's fantastic. So you've
Thank
mentioned the G's,
you.
the J's, so how does somebody know those things? I know you had shared like a slide. I don't know whether this is a good
Yes.
time for you to go through it.
Uh, the way to do your bra measurements, there are two things that you must factor: your band size and your cup size. And the band size is where the bra will sit on your, is it called, what is it called? The rib cage,
Yes.
where you will hook the bra. Yes. So when you do that measurement, you should, first of all, you should be doing this measurement while in a non-padded bra, because that's the only way to get approximately or perfectly good size. So this measurement of your band or the rib cage should be, uh, the tape measure should be snug. It should not be tight, it should not be loose, it should just be right, snug. Because what most people don't know is that the bra support comes from the band. It doesn't come from the straps. You will see people
Really?
pulling,
Yes.
and trying to bring the strap and whatever, you can wear your straps from out here
Yeah.
and still the bra will stay in place, because the
Oh,
band is snug. You are closing from the first hook or the second hook, and the bra is sitting intact. It should not be riding up your back, because if it's riding up your back, that tells you that the bra is big, the band is already big. So it should be level to the ground. So when you take that measurement, you write it down. Again, you take the measurement of your cup. The fullest part of your breast is where your nipples are. And what you do, if you're not able to get that fullest measurement, you just bend in front a little, slightly, so that you put the tape measure around there and you write that measurement down. These measurements in inches, then you subtract. And most bras, most international brands, they will start from A. You see, from our little slide here, it doesn't have A. But we
Yeah.
even have like AA, which is a negative. There are people who have very tiny breasts. So most international brands will start from A. And this one actually has gone up to H, but most bras will go up to maybe triple K. So after this H you're seeing here, if you're going to 10 inches, it will be like a double H, a J, a double J, a K, a double K, going that way.
Yeah.
These things we are able to teach, we are able to measure. When you come, we will tell you, let's take your measurements. Let's write these measurements down, because when you subtract your rib cage measurement from your cup size, from your bust measurements, that's how you get the cup. And now with the cup and the band, you combine them and then you get your bra size. This is why you come up, like now you see this person here,
Yeah. Yeah.
she measured 41 on the band, no, 41 on the bust and 38 on the band. You subtract those two, you get a 3. So you start A, B, C. C is the cup. So this person measured at 38C. But bras also have sister sizes. And that's why I always say it's always good to fit a bra, because there is not one size that really fits all. Sometimes maybe because we are fluctuating. You see, like when you are nursing, you have a different
Fuller.
size. After you have stopped nursing, you will definitely be a different one. Sometimes
Mm.
when you're losing weight, sometimes you've gained weight. Sometimes even some people will tell you when they're on their period, they become bigger. So it's always good to just fit on bras if you can fit on bras. But there are those people who can actually just look at a bra and say, this is my size, and
Mm.
it will fit them perfectly.
Yeah.
But if you are in the zone, in the group that will never know their size until they measure, it's always good measure then fit bras. And
Yeah.
luckily now we are many people in the industry who are doing it. Most of us online are doing it. Even some people who are in the high-end stores are doing it. So I would say just walk into a shop and say you would want to know your bra size, and you will be fitted and you will walk around knowing, instead of just buying bras off the street. There are these bra mamas who are on the streets, and you
Yeah.
bend there, pick a bra, go home with it, it doesn't fit you. You have already
Mm.
bought. Can you imagine how much of an investment most of us have in our closets?
It's
They
true.
tell me all the time when they come, I have a million bras and none of them fit. And it's
Mm.
because you never really get to fit these bras. You just buy, you're seeing it's cute. Kwanza now that is also another thing ladies need to stop doing. Don't buy a bra because it's cute,
Mm.
because it's good to always go to functionality.
Yeah.
There are bras that do not work well with somebody who is, active.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, you are jogging at Karura. You need a bra that's giving you proper support. A good
Yeah.
sports bra that will hold you firmly. You will not be tired. You will not, it will hold you in place. Again, you might be going for a date night. You do
Mm.
not want a bra that's really just, holding you tight and making you feel uncomfortable.
Mm.
Probably you're a guest at a wedding, or you're a bridesmaid at a wedding, and you are doing those, nice, sexy halter dresses, or, low cut and
Mm.
off shoulder tops and everything. Again, there's a bra for that. So, ladies, please get functional bras for whatever it is that you need. And I always say, and I have seen this, I read about it a lot online. Almost everybody needs at least 3 bras. You need a
Okay.
good sports bra.
Mm-hmm.
You need a good sports bra for when you are doing those, active stuff. You need a good full cover bra, and you need a nice strapless bra. because now with those three, you can do almost everything. Huh? When you need to look nice, you're going for date night, you have a dinner date with your girlfriends, with your husband, with whoever, then you can wear your nice, cute tops with your strapless bra. If you need functionality throughout your work day, you want to feel comfortable in whatever you are wearing, it can go with almost all your clothes. Go for a full cover bra that's covering you everywhere. The full breast tissue is inside. Then
Yeah.
it's firm on the band. If you want now again, if there are so many types of bras, actually there are a million types of bras, and you must understand your breast shape. Again,
Yeah.
that is also
Yeah.
something else that people don't know, that we
Okay.
don't all look the same. We don't all look the same. There are people who have asymmetrical boobs. There are people who have, and I always hear that one boob is bigger than the other. I think almost, I don't know if it's 90% of us would attest to that. So now, what do you do? When you have an
Yeah.
asymmetrical boob, what do you do?
Mhm.
There are bras for that. When you are round, there are bras for that. So again, let's go for functionality. Let's not just look
Mhm.
at a cute, nice lace. That's what I want.
Mhm.
No, go for functionality.
Okay. Yeah, there's
Yes.
even somebody who said that she's just learned that between aesthetics, which is how the bra looks, and functionality, always go for functionality. That's
Yes.
something new that she's learned. You have a comment from Janet. She says, "Woo, keep up the good job, Judy. I've seen you grow, and she's proud of you." So there's questions in regard to cases now specifically. So,
Uh-huh.
what is the minimum price, the cost of a bra?
At our shop, the minimum cost of our bra is 500 shillings.
Mm,
And now this is on the lower caps, because we start our sizes from D caps, 32D. Uh, there are even 28s, but they are quite rare. So our minimum is 500, our maximum is 2,000. It's hard
mm.
that you will find a bra that is going above 2,000. So that's our price range.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, as long as you get them, you don't need to keep repeating too many times.
Yes.
Bras
Wairimu,
which women have. Yeah, yeah,
what I always tell the girls, make sure you have at least
yeah.
three. You don't even need
Three.
mini bras, honestly. Like
Mm,
just three are
yeah.
enough. And again, ladies, unless you're an athlete, do not keep washing your bras. People
Oh,
will, yeah, unless you're an athlete, ama you are in a sweaty field, don't keep washing your bras unless now they are the bright colored ones. If you have your black, nice bras, you can even do three wears or two wears. It's recommended even by the bra manufacturers, because the more you are washing, the elasticity is going. So
yeah,
it will not serve you as much as it would serve you. And bras are expensive. I don't know if you have seen costs of bras in some of these new high-end new bras. Huh? A bra
yeah.
can go as high as 8,000 shillings.
Yes, I've seen
So
those.
don't
Yeah.
keep washing your bras unless,
Mm,
of course, how sweaty you get and everything. You can just air, you do two wears, then now you wash after two or three wears.
okay.
It,
And
it
then there's
ensures more longevity.
Yeah. There's you
Yeah.
said that because you have clients all over the country, especially Mombasa, you've given them a shout out. Do you have a return policy? Like if it fits, it gets there and then they're like, okay, it fits, but not the way I like. What's your return policy?
We do have a return policy, but
Okay.
honestly, for online clients who are out of Nairobi, I would always advise, if you're not sure of your size, let's not do this now.
Yeah.
Try go to a tailor there near you, get your measurements, or even go to a shop near you there, get your measurements, because again, it becomes costly if you're doing this returning back and forth. And I would tell the client, you will foot both costs,
Oh,
replacement costs, return
yeah.
costs. So it might
Yeah.
become very expensive. So I always advise them, if you are, trying for the first time, you do not know
Mm,
your size, let's just first of all know a size. And I have helped people. There are those who actually do not even mind just paying for it. I have helped like two clients in Mombasa. They have returned once. Then the next time now they have known their size. And others honestly, like so far, most of my people that are online, they know their size. They are not
Yeah.
just doing, ile picky pokey. They know,
Yeah.
and they see, and like again, when we are posting bras online, these international brands and the brands that we are selling, those brands,
Yeah.
they have specific sizes. Like I
Mm.
have realized UK sizes are bigger and they are more ideal for our body types and for our sizes.
Okay.
US brands are slightly smaller. So I always advise, if I'm seeing this bra is a GG and I know a normal GG UK doesn't look like this, I would advise a client. I don't know this brand. I haven't dealt with it before, so I think you would rather just not take it for now. I have come to know the brands that are good. I see it, I know you tell me you are a G, it will be a perfect G and it will fit
Mhm.
you. Remember, like the
Mm.
way we did with you when you came to
Yes.
the shop? You said, no, I
Yeah.
don't want to fit. I told you, let's do the measurement. And I could tell now this is
Yeah.
a good bra for you. And do you know,
Yeah.
you remember your size? The one we took.
I was like, Judy will remember. I'll just call and say, let's add another
Oh
one.
my goodness, Wairimu.
Oh my
Well,
gosh,
I'll
I'm
not
so
even remind
embarrassed.
you. Let me not remind you
You
till the next time you show up.
not live, not live, but as long as you know it, as long I was just, I think I was just happy to also, because what happens, I did the same like your friend, the one you were saying, we go to these upmarket places where you feel, you're just going, they're going to treat you nicely, but you actually find it's not a safe space for plus size women. And so that's why I'm saying I loved how you treated the clients that because it's safe to not feel your people because you're big, so I like
Yeah,
that about you. I've gone to several, and I mean it's like you're bothering people them to confirm this, because like you said, it's an expense. I'm investing, I would really like to make sure it's the right size because I won't return it. So, thankful that I think I was just happy to find something. I was just happy to and excited to get something that fits and looked very, very nice. So, I wanted to ask
oh,
you now, in line with my story, you've
and
mentioned when we are measuring, assume I have already the wrong bra. And you're saying we have to go do the round around the nipple and whatever. So
uh-huh.
how what if I get the wrong size? Because I already, if I'm wearing wrong, if I'll measure wrong.
Well, first,
Yeah.
you ensure that you are in a non-padded bra. It doesn't matter whether it's not fitting you well, because now what
Okay.
you're doing, you're like at a full place. Like when you
Mm.
go to do your kitenge,
Yeah.
and the fundi will place the tape measure around your rib cage and they will just write that measurement down. It doesn't really matter what bra you are wearing as long as you are doing the bra measurement correctly, because
Okay.
I have seen most people who've come to the shop, they are wearing the wrong sizes, as in, the way a bra can arch at the back, it's
Yeah.
literally coming to your neck
Almost to
at
the
the
up
back.
here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because this person is wearing the wrong, it's big. This band is so big. So what we do, we just take, it doesn't matter whether you are in a wrong one, as long as how you take your measurement, you are taking your
It's
measurement correctly. All you
correctly.
do is ensure that you are not padded too much when you're doing your measurements. You are not too bulky,
Mhm.
because now, like what we do, we would even just give you a brother. If you see you are in a padded bra yourself and you come and you do not know your size, you can just wear another one and we fit on this one,
Yeah.
on the non-padded one that we give you,
Okay.
and that
Okay.
way we are able to know your size.
Yeah. So
But
you've
ladies
you.
should start taking their bra measurements often.
Mm.
At least yearly, just know if you are exercising, if you have come from breastfeeding, just know your size. It makes your work very easy when you go to buy bras. You walk
That's a
in
nice one. That's
effortlessly,
a
you don't
nice
have to
tip.
check million pieces. Yes.
That's a very nice tip. So part of goal setting also is make sure you get the right measure of your bra so that you
Yeah.
treat yourself every year, if nothing else. So for those who are joining us now, we've learned some things. We've learned how we are going to measure the right bra size. We've learned that it's important for you to have three types of bras. Make sure you have a sports bra, make sure you have a full cover bra, and make sure you have a strapless. So I did not know that it is the band that holds. It's not these ones. Then we kaza and make sure it has reached the end. I didn't know that. So plus
No, it's the
size
band.
ladies also wear the strapless comfortably if the band is correct.
Yes, if the band is correct and the cap is inside nicely, you will wear
Yeah,
a strapless bra and you will actually jump up and about in it even when you go to those weddings and you're dancing, and it will not come down because you got the size right. The band is firm and nice and snuggly, and then the cap is inside. So it's not an issue. The way I see ladies saying, look at it, even me, will I be able to be in a
yeah,
strapless? Yes, you can. And
exactly.
if you're not comfortable then being in the strapless, people always put those clear straps and all. But
Transparent.
if you're getting your nice size, your perfect size, then it will not come down. It will fit you well. And
Okay,
you will enjoy
that's
it. You will enjoy
good
it, yes.
education. Good
Mm.
education. What are the disadvantages then of wearing the wrong size, especially for a long time?
Well, it even has health complications. It comes with back pains, and especially for these plus size ladies, because this is just too much weight on you,
Mm,
and
yeah,
without having that proper support, you will have back pains, you will have posture problems. Like even people I see, they are walking slouching like this. And again, it's all a matter of confidence, self-esteem, and
yeah,
wanting to wear your clothes and feel good in your clothes. I have experienced people who are quite young, 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds come to the shop and they tell me, I only wear baggy clothes. And
yeah,
when someone wears a good bra and then they wear nice fitting clothes in their size, they feel so good. I have met ladies who tell me, since I started buying bras from here, my confidence has just gone up. I feel like I'm invincible when I'm going out, when I leave the house in the morning. And there's something about wearing the right underwear.
yeah,
Honestly, not just bras, it's
yeah.
bras and panties and shapewear and all that. There's something about it. I don't know, maybe the girls who are with us can tell us. There's something. You feel nice, you feel empowered, you feel confident, you feel like you can, you own the world. It's not always
Yeah,
about wearing these clothes, like to please someone else. Please
yeah.
yourself. Wear this
No,
underwear for you.
yeah, no,
Leave the house
yeah,
feeling
I
good.
know,
Huh?
I know,
You
I
know?
know, I
Yeah.
know. And you see, I was those when I was in high school, because some of us develop quite early, because there's that's where self-esteem, confidence starts growing. If you start wrong, then you do the baggy because you don't want to bring attention to yourself. So I think even for moms who are listening here and have young teens who have developed earlier than their age mates, a good startup bra is so important so that they start their journey with confidence so early.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think
That
you
is
you
so
have
true.
clients, moms who now bring their children
Mm.
to
I
you.
have
Yeah,
I have moms who bring their girls who are in high school, and sometimes they come and they're insisting she can only do boob tops. Like there's some level of support that boob tops cannot give to a girl, and
hmm,
there is this myth, and people have it, and I hear it, that underwears cause breast cancer. I don't know all that. I think we should be realistic and honest to ourselves, because if it is underwears that cause breast cancer, then probably almost half of all the women in the world would be having it. So let's not confine ourselves to these myths, because they are not all true. There are people
yeah,
who probably got breast cancer because they were predisposed to other things. It's not
yeah,
just the wired bras and all that. Because
mhm,
if a girl who is in Form 1, she's running, she's involved in PE activities at school, and
yeah,
she's not in a good sports bra, what do you expect that girl to feel?
yeah,
And we are still living in this society, our society, we know how it is, and with all these sexist whatever. And your girl is there, she's 12, she's 11, she's running a school, she's big, and you can imagine, let us support our girls. Let's
Yeah.
give them the confidence boost that they need while they are transitioning from teenage to become young adults, and
Mm.
let's make them own their
Yeah.
true selves. Because
Yeah.
honestly, owning your true self begins from there. How are you
Yeah.
feeling about yourself? If you're not feeling good, if you're not feeling happy, then we are losing it. We are losing it.
It's true. So there's a
Yeah.
request for you to share where your shop is located. I hope the number that I'm sharing on screen is okay. Um, or do you have a separate number? This is your WhatsApp number, but can they
Yeah,
call as
yeah.
well? Hmm.
Yes, they can call, text, WhatsApp. That's our number. That's the one we use officially at the shop. And
Okay.
we are located at the Westlands County Market. It's on Woodville Grove. It's opposite Arnold Plaza, the building that hosts Equity Bank. We are
Mm.
inside there at the county market, first floor. Our shop is B58. You can visit us Mondays to Saturdays. We open at 10 a.m. till 6:30 p.m. And we would be
Yeah.
happy to serve you, to have you there. We are always
Yeah.
happy when we see our clients, especially transition from online to in-store. It feels really good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
now I
feels
think
really
after as COVID restrictions have reduced, I think most people have been able to now come and see where you are and try for you to confirm that this is the size. So you've said
Yes,
Westlands
yes,
County
yeah,
Market,
yes.
uh, B58. Is
Yeah, we
it?
are on the first floor, shop B58.
Okay.
Westlands County Market is on Woodville Grove.
Yeah, so
Yes,
B58
yes,
Westlands County Market,
yes.
and that's her number. So please reach out. Is there anything you feel we've left in terms of cake?
No, I feel we I feel we have talked about everything. All I would ask the
Yeah,
girls, the ladies, is that let's own our true selves. Let's wear the right underwear, please. Let's just,
yeah, yeah,
it begins there for us. If you're
yeah,
feeling good
yeah,
from the inside, then it will radiate on the outside, and you will be a happy soul walking around, dishing out all this joy to and happiness to everyone you come across, because you're
yeah.
already feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And in addition to making sure that you're dressed appropriately, please make sure that you invest in your personal growth. That's why Judy and I can be able to come here and laugh and talk about our businesses. There's a question now that we are talking about, concluding about brands. How do you make sure that even with the ups and downs, because you've had two shops closed, you've lost a job, that you had all this promise for, your babies were born premature. How do you still keep going even with all those discouragements, the ups and downs?
Wairimu, I would say that my greatest motivation, number one, is my mother.
Mm.
I don't know if you know this, but Wangechi, the surname that I boldly carry, is my mom's. And she's
Oh,
my greatest inspiration. As in, that lady, she's just a gem to the world. She raised us single-handedly for so many years as a single parent. She educated me and my siblings to universities, and I just love tapping into her wisdom. And when I feel things are not going the way I would have loved, I tap into her wisdom. My mom, she's my greatest encourager, my greatest motivator. I aspire to live as slightly half, to be just like her, because
yeah,
she has really built a social network that has been very vital in our own growth, even within our family setup. Coming from nothing, at 27 years, she had the four of us. And
wow,
and most ladies who are out there who are young, probably you have just divorced or separated and you are young with kids, people
mm,
tend to give up. But my mom, 27
mm,
years with four kids, and she went on to conquer and become a force to reckon with. These days,
Yeah.
I look at her life, the kind of networks she has built for herself after raising us, and I'm just so honored because
Yeah.
every time my life is not going well, I go to her. She
Yeah.
always has a way of moving you from whatever bottom you're feeling and put you somewhere you feel, well, I know I can. Also, I read quite a bit. I love reading books. I have
Yeah.
read Wired Weird. It was one of
Yeah.
those things that I did. I have invested in mentors like you
Yeah. Yeah.
and others. I have done 2 sessions with 2 other mentors
Mm.
because you really must invest in yourself. And I would tell
Exactly.
ladies, don't be afraid, to spend on that knowledge, because that's, we are not accustomed to paying for coaches, mentors, therapists in this part of our world. There's
Exactly.
always us wanting to have a lawyer. Yeah, my lawyer, my doctor, my
Yeah.
my
My
architect,
gynecologist.
my gynecologist. We love having those, but we don't want to have a therapist. We don't want to have
Yeah.
a coach. We don't want to have a mentor, because this part of our world tends to show us like those are not professions for us. They are not for
Yeah.
Africans. They are for
Mm.
the West. But no, 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 no. I would tell a lady who is feeling like this is not just it for me, get a mentor.
Mm.
Have somebody to hold your hand, somebody to, like, it's not like you're checking us. It's not like this is a classroom where you put us to do assignments and everything. It's just you helping us to reevaluate and go back to our lives, to what we already know, but we are
Yeah.
afraid because of is it called imposter syndrome, or what is it called, those
Exactly.
things.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we want somebody who will reassure you. This is
Mm.
this is okay. This is
Yeah.
right. You can
Yeah.
do this. You can believe in yourself, because we can read quotes. We can keep doing Kinalisa Nichols. We can listen to all the motivation from T.D. Jakes and Joel Osteen and and all these motivational speakers. But
Yeah.
it might end there.
Mm.
It might end to me reading a quote, and
Mm.
getting there and saying, oh, now I can do this. But when I have someone like you, and what I love about you, honestly, is that you go out of your way, you become a friend.
Mm.
You are a mentor, you're a friend, you're a prayer partner. I love what you do with us in our group, and you always go out of your way. Like, we realize when one of us is doing something, you are the first
Yeah.
one to cheer us on.
Yeah.
You go, you can do this. At times that's all you need. You only need one person who is believing in you and telling you, yeah, yeah, we can do this. You go. So I would tell ladies and moms, especially because we are the ones who have been boxed.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's invest in mentors, in coaching, and let's get out of the box. The way we trust our doctors when they tell us, we can also trust our mentors when they tell us, do
Mm.
this and it will work. Because, like for you, you tapped into your own mentor that
Yeah.
probably I can't afford for now. So now you're passing it down to me. And
Yeah.
and when I see how your life is transforming, then I know for sure even mine will transform similarly. So I
Yeah.
would urge us, let's do it. Let's not feel like this is not for us. We don't do the mentors. We don't do those. And it has been a greatest asset in my life since 2018 when I started talking to you. That's why I was able even now to speak to other people, to and put myself in all these little
Yeah.
communities where people are discussing things, where people are sharing book clubs and all that, because it has helped me grow. Maybe I would still be stuck there thinking this is it, because most of us are doing jobs that we hate, or Wairimu.
It's true.
Most of us are waking up in
Yeah.
the morning to go to work that drains
Mm.
us. By the end
Mm.
of the day, you are going home in the evening wondering, will I wake up tomorrow to do the same thing? And all it would take is that first step. Speak to someone. And they would do that. They call it the light bulb moment. They'll tell you
Yes.
something that you think, whoa,
Mm.
why am I even afraid?
Yeah.
If only I would step out of this and decide now I'm beginning. And you do something that you love. It doesn't necessarily have to be business. It could even just be a career that you
Mm.
put on hold and you didn't pursue it because you thought, this is just too scary to go into.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
let us invest in ourselves by getting the right coaches and mentors and having people hold our hands, having people who can tell us, believe, and it will happen. Because
Mm.
if I didn't do it, I don't think I would have ever kicked off cases. Maybe ningekuwa tu I'm doing other things. Probably I would, and I was still looking for jobs so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking every time and I would be told no, and I'll sulk and I'm like, oh my God, why isn't this working? So
Yeah.
thank you for helping me.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
very blessed. I'm very blessed. There's something I've picked and I've shared on the screen, a shift strategy, the importance
Okay.
of having a great support system. Because when you started your story, you talked about Carol, how she took you around so that you're able to identify people who sell, suppliers who sell. You talked about your sister, Mercy. We are shouting out people, women who, have
Yay.
been in your life. And your mom, of course, has been the greatest of support systems. So let's make sure that we also interrogate our systems, because maybe you're just hanging around, people who are, how can I put it? People who are just, you're all talking sad things, you're all depressed, you're
Yes.
all, everything is wrong in the world and there's nothing good. You need to hang around women who are dreaming bigger than what they are seeing right now. Like their vision is big, even if they are not there, like you can encourage each other. So you're part of the mom boardroom with me. We call ourselves the mom execs in the Bold Audacious Moms. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Where we do it afraid, we do it authentic, we do it anyway. So I'm very thankful, for anybody who is joining the conversation now or towards the end. Just have a great support system, and that pun intended, because we are talking about bras and support. Yeah, make sure that you not only have the right bra to support you, but you also have the right people to support you. Allow me to read. Somebody has shared this message, and I don't want to close this conversation today. I don't know who it is. It's not reading the name, but Judy, keep going. I'm a super beneficiary of your top-notch goods, and it's true. Having, owning, and wearing the right bra size and the right fit is important for oneself. So she says, "Asante, Judy, for letting us in there and educating us at the same time." And I think I told you that very good educator, very good teacher. You've taught us in the mom boardroom about marketing on social media. For those who weren't here at the beginning, it's Joajiko, and she said you have to give her a shout out. Do you remember? Um, it's
Ah,
Wanjiko. It's Wanjiko. Um, please give her a shout out, because you promised in this live that you're going to give
Chile
her a
is my
shout out.
Shamsi. She's my client. She's my client,
Yeah.
my online client from Gong. Love you,
Yeah.
mama.
Yeah, Wanjiko was our guest. She also talked about her products, her chili. Please go watch her video as well on my YouTube channel, The Dusty Mentor. Marion, who, thank you for staying with us. You are the very first person at the beginning of this conversation. You've stayed with us till the end. It's a great mom behind a great mom. Encouraged to hear that. And let's also be the great moms that will encourage our daughters to do bigger things, because they are watching us do big things. If your mom educated you up until college level by herself, personal growth by there, and doing anything it will take for our families, no compromise on faith and family
Man.
as we are
Mm.
growing. So, Judy, gosh, Asante, we could go on and on.
I
We could go
know.
on and on.
We can have a
Welcome.
whole day session.
You're most welcome. If there are more questions, to come back again and talk, because I think women don't know where to start, and this is a nice place. Even before you take your coach and mentor, start with just fitting the right bra, having the right
Yes.
innerwear. You'll walk different, and with that you'll want to take the next bold step, which is not just feeling nice but also being good, finding the thing that God has called you to do. And so please reach out. to Judy on her contacts. We had shared them earlier. And remember, have a great support system. And ladies out there, moms out there, the life that you desire is within reach. I have tested it. Judy's tested it. We are not even there yet, but then we feel like we have not
Yeah,
reached. We'll keep
not
going and
yet.
keep going. So you're welcome to hang around moms who want more for themselves and for their children. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please share this video with a mom who really needs to be encouraged and who needs a support system, who needs to remember to have a good support system. So thank you and goodbye.